Good evening, everyone. And today, just in time for Halloween, happy Halloween to everyone, of course. We have a new Halloween deck from Dan and Dave, Fulton's October 2014 edition. It says Fulton's October on top, playing cards on the bottom. Everything is embossed, the words, anyways. It's kind of got like it looks like a really interesting metal gate. And you see a ghost chasing some skeletons and a pumpkin head. Pretty interesting. The box itself, the colors itself were darker than the previous one, I think. But I didn't go and find the previous one to determine if it was the same or not. On the side it says yes, playing card company, or sorry, the D&D playing card company, Hollywood, California. The other side, designed by Brad Fulton, illustrated by Stephen Noble. The top says playing cards. Underneath the seal it is embossed. And the bottom it says D&D and Bones, which is embossed, and dananddave.com. Distributed by D&D Playing Card Company, Hollywood, California, Maine, USA. The back you see the bat design, which is the same as the last deck. And you do get this nice custom orange stamped type seal with a raven on it, I believe it is. On a flap you get a kind of yellow moon with some bats flying around. That is embossed, by the way. And then here you get a couple of skulls, which are also embossed. If you pull out the cards, you'll see some artwork inside, which is pretty cool. This time it's also available right here on these two cards. This is the exact same thing, I believe. Yes, it's the exact same thing that you see on the inside of the box. Oops, I apologize. We'll focus, we'll zoom in. My apologies. And it's a tree. There's some clouds and a moon, some bats, some skeletons hanging from the tree, a pumpkin head running around, there's a scarecrow, or a skeleton witch, all sorts of Halloween monsters and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. And then the other side you see D&D designer playing cards, danandDave.com, little ad card. And behind the other one you get this. It's got that skull logo. It says Fulton's October 2014 first edition, second printing. And it says, as winds blow cold and candles flicker, dilly departed, play pranks and geese. Your guys, I should say. More tricks than treats, as the harvest moon rise. Produced Dan and Dave, designed Brad Fulton, illustrated Stephen Noble. You get a couple of jokers here with a skeleton, the head's popped off, it's got a bone flying around, and its hand popped off. And they're both identical. They're fun, they're goofy. The back design, as you can see, I think it's a darker gray than before. It's got gray borders, but it's more or less borderless because it doesn't match the faces, which I believe have a grayer color than last time as well. But it's pretty cool. It's kind of like a razor blade with some skulls and skeletons, all sorts of Halloween type stuff. And then we get to the Ace of Spades momentarily, which is made up of a couple of skeletons. It says D&D in Bones on the bottom, Playing Card Company, Hollywood, California. Very interesting. Court cards, they're basically the same. The court cards, they look the same as last time, or very similar. The jacks are all the same. Queens are all the same. And the kings are all the same, except for the Suicide King, which is a skull or a skeleton in a kind of dirty suit, and with a sword going through the back of his head and out his eye, which is pretty interesting. The rest of the kings are the same. And then the number cards are all basically standard. Bicycle stock, Airquist and Finis. They handle good, they look good. It's a very interesting deck, especially if you like Halloween themed decks or skeleton and skull themed decks. This is the one for you. And while it's basically the same thing as last year's version, they did give it a new stamp seal, I think they embossed the box. I don't think the last one was embossed. Darker colors and whatnot. I just have to wonder whether or not there's going to be a different version next year. Anyways, that is that. You can probably get these at collectibleplayingcards.com. Use the code VJOSE32 to get 10% off. If not, DanDave.com or theplay.com will have them. But always check out collectibleplayingcards.com first and foremost. That's what I've got. I'll see you next time.